Eyes on the prize, eyes on the prize. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you've never been here before, my name is Toden, and if you have, thank you for coming back. Let me check my teeth first, make sure I don't have any lipstick on there. Okay, we're good. So today I have a video for you guys, and I'm going to be talking all about my experience with intermittent fasting. So I've been intermittent fasting for about 12 weeks now. I heard about this actually from my boyfriend, and I was like, I'm never going to starve myself, but I looked into it and I educated myself on it, and I'd like to share that with you as well. So what is intermittent fasting? Intermittent fasting is basically when you fast for a period of time and you eat for a period of time. So for me, I do the 16-8 intermittent fasting, which means that I fast for 16 hours out of the day and I eat for 8 hours. And during that 16 hours, I am not eating anything. So the only thing that is permitted during that 16 hours is water and black coffee. So I drink black coffee in the mornings at least, but prior to that, I think the hardest part for me doing this intermittent fasting was probably not eating for like 16 hours, like right off the bat, because I didn't start like 12, 14 and then work my way up to 16. I was just like, I'm just gonna go big. Like, I'm just gonna try to do 16. If I can't do it, then I'll scale it back. But I went straight into the 16-hour fast. So what I do usually is that I will eat from 12 p.m. to 8 p.m. and then I stop eating at 8 and I don't eat till 12 p.m. the next day around 12:15-ish. So yeah, that is 16 hours of fasting. The only thing I drink during that time, like I said, is just water. Like, I only drink water. And for me, I am so bad. Well, I used to be really bad at drinking water because I just would eat and not drink water, or I'll drink water while I'm eating, and that's the only time during the day that I drink water. So for me, this has been really good in keeping me on check for drinking water. I have a job where I have to talk to people 8 hours of the day. Like, I am constantly talking. So for me, not having to eat anything or not being able to snack within that time forced me to drink water, because I get dehydrated, I get thirsty. I've started drinking a lot more water now than I did before. I don't really calculate how much water I drink, to be honest, but I'm definitely drinking a lot of water. So the second thing is black coffee. For me, that was probably the hardest part as well. I had really hard parts, and I think not eating and not being able to put sugar or any kind of sweetener, I don't even have honey in my coffee. So this is the way I did it. If you know me, I don't like desserts. I'm not a dessert girl, but I used to put an unhealthy amount of sugar in my coffee. That was my vice. Sugar in coffee and carbs. I was so bad at it. I used to be the person who would just dump the whole entire sugar into the coffee when no one else was looking. If someone was watching me, that's why I hate getting coffee with people, because you go get coffee with people, now you have to pretend you only drink 2 sachets of sugar when you know for a damn fact that you probably put in 8 in there. So for me, I had to be accountable for myself and scale back. So I used to drink triple dead ass. So 3 creams, 3 sugars. So what I did was I went down to a double, and then I went down to a 2 cream, 1 sugar, and then I went down to 1 cream, 1 sugar. Then I took out the sugar, so just cream in my coffee, and then eventually I took out the cream in my coffee and then just drank it black. It was really hard for the first couple of days. I would say for the first 2 weeks, I was really struggling with just drinking my coffee black because it tasted disgusting. That is not the first thing I wanted to drink when I woke up in the morning. I used to wake up in the morning and drink pre-workout and go for my workouts. But now I wake up in the morning and I don't even drink coffee. I go to the gym. I don't drink my coffee till after my gym session. For some reason, I just realized I don't really need pre-workout. So I really haven't used pre-workout in a long time. So I come back home and I'll drink my coffee, or sometimes before my workout, if I'm working out with someone else, I'll drink my coffee, chug it before I go, just so I have more energy to kind of be there and be present and be able to talk to people, just to jug me up and wake me up. It's 10, so I'm breaking my fast in 2 hours, and I'm still on it. I went to the gym this morning at 5:30, did my workout. I still haven't had a coffee today, and I'm still preppy. as you can see. There are different kinds of fasting. So the first one is a 16-8, which is the one I do. There is also a 24-hour fast, which is you fast for 24 whole hours and you eat normally the next day. There's also another fast called the 5-2 fast, which is you eat normally for 5 days out of the week. So say you eat normally from Monday to Friday, and then on Saturday and Sunday you limit the calories that you're eating to 500 calories. I don't really do that one because I feel like I could really push that 16-8 and really do that one, so I've never really done that one. The other one I know is the 1 meal a day diet. Well, it's a diet and they also call it a fast, so you just eat 1 meal a day and you just keep doing that. I don't think that one's sustainable, honestly. Like, I can't imagine myself eating 1 meal a day and working out. I definitely feel like that one would be on the harder side for me, which is why I choose the 16-8. So what are the benefits of fasting? Basically, when you fast, you're making sure that you're keeping your insulin levels low and you're actually burning more fat than you would on a normal day-to-day basis when you work out, because your body has no other choice than to dip into your reserve and actually burn fat. It promotes cellular repair and autophagy. Autophagy is basically when your cells recycle themselves and get rid of like bad cells or cells that are not useful to your body. So basically getting rid of waste material. It also helps prevent against Alzheimer's and Parkinson's. I googled that. I was like, whoa, that is very interesting. It helps prevent against type 2 diabetes and actually helps your body to be insulin resistant. I'm going to be talking about that one later on. It also boosts metabolism, lowers bad cholesterol. Intermittent fasting boosts memory function and brain function. It helps you lose weight. So basically what that reduction of insulin resistance means is that when your body is insulin resistant, it produces more insulin to like cope with it, and that actually increases your blood sugar and causes diabetes. So it reduces your body's sensitivity to insulin. Insulin is the hormone in the body that allows cells to take glucose and convert that as either energy or fat. You know what? I generally don't believe you can spot reduce, because if you could spot reduce, I would have spot reduced. It just burns the way it burns, to be honest. So for me, the reason I actually started fasting was because I was going on a trip. I went to Cuba and I really wanted to like look snatched. I know this sounds superficial, but I'm being honest here. So I wanted to look really good for that trip, and I realized that like for me to look good for that trip, I had to kind of pre-plan how this was going to work out. I didn't know if this was going to work out or not, so I was just trying that out, and it really did. I'll have pictures like right here of like the transformation over the past 8 weeks. So this was me at 8 weeks here on the last picture. But yes, so what I did was I would break my fast. So usually I would break my fast and I would just eat normally, but I think towards like the trip I started breaking my fast and I started like drinking things like kombucha. Like the first thing I would drink would be kombucha before I actually eat, because I feel like that kind of sets me up for like a good day. Like just getting that gut health in first before actually like eating something, I felt like that really worked out in my favor. I also realized that like I had to reduce the amount of carbs that I was eating, just because I didn't want to run too much, because when I run I would lose weight. Like I would literally look so skinny, so I didn't want to run too much. So what I did was I started doing high intensity interval training, and boy, whew, that was kicking my butt. Like that was kicking my ass, because I hadn't eaten for 16 hours and I would go to the gym and I would lift and I would do high intensity workouts. I basically scheduled, some days I'll do weights, some days I'll do high intensity interval training, and then some days I would run. And I was eating a ton of veggies. Like I was eating veggies like nobody's business. I also was drinking apple cider vinegar before bed. So every single night before I went to bed, I would drink apple cider and I'll put turmeric in my water. Like, you guys, I was doing the most. I know it sounds disgusting, but it works. It really does work. Like I actually have pictures to prove it. So I was drinking apple cider vinegar, and that stuff is disgusting. Like it just, oh no. But I was drinking apple cider vinegar. So I would drink apple cider vinegar and I'd put some turmeric in there. I put ginger in there, put water, and sometimes I put honey in there. If it was after 8, then I wouldn't put honey in there or turmeric or any of the extra stuff. But if I was able to get in my dinner before 8, then I would just add all that stuff just to make sure that my stomach was kind of settled and like I wasn't bloated. And I can guarantee you in those 8 weeks, even now, TMI, I'm on my period right now, but I don't feel like hella bloated, because like intermittent fasting really lets your food digest, and you're not constantly like eating and spiking up your insulin every second. Like you really do give your body the chance to breathe and digest your food. The other thing I learned about it is that like you can't spot reduce, so you can't reduce like belly fat, or you can't really reduce in a specific area, but there are things that you can do to kind of help yourself out. For me, I think it was the fact that I was restricting myself to eating during certain times, and the fact that I was lifting when I basically had no energy in my body. I think that really just triggered my body to burn fat, more fat than it was before. I went from 140 to 130, and I will have pictures here again. Like I will literally have pictures here, and I think that just like worked in my favor. I'm still intermittent fasting now, and I still like it. I still love it. I think I'm just gonna do it for the whole year and kind of see how it goes. The first 2 weeks were really hard. Like I couldn't lift as heavy. My body felt like just very tired and not used to lifting without eating, or lifting without pre-workout, because I wasn't drinking pre-workouts in the morning either. I couldn't, because then that would break my fast, right? So I had to go to the gym just drinking water and sustain myself for like an hour and a half, and that was really difficult, I would say. But you know, my body got used to it at the 3-week mark, and then I started doing HIIT workouts, and let me tell you, I was feeling it. Like I hadn't felt sore in a while, and then I started doing HIIT workouts, fasted, and honestly this next day, like I would do leg workouts, like HIIT leg workouts, and then the next day I literally could not walk upstairs. I couldn't, and I was doing less weights than before, but I tried to do that workout that I have on my channel, fasted, and I could not. The first 2 weeks were just, they just did, it couldn't, the legs were not moving. They said, oh yeah, it's a wrap, go home. So those first 2 weeks were really hard, but then my body started getting more adapted to it, and that's when I started seeing changes. I wasn't even trying to lose much. Like I was trying to lose like 5. Like I was just trying to reduce it by 5 pounds right before going to Cuba, but my body would not, like my body would not let go of the fat. There was nothing I was doing. Like my body didn't. So I had to really change my food. I was eating, like I was really trying to eat like super healthy. I wasn't counting my macros or my calories or anything like that, but I was really watching what I was eating. Like I was being very strategic. I wasn't eating like too much like sweet potato fries. I love sweet potato fries from A&W. I love sweet potato fries. So I tried to scale back on that, and then I was eating less carbs, like a lot of chicken, a lot of veggies. And then I realized how expensive, like you guys, expensive groceries are. Like when you eat a lot and you eat healthy, that's the thing. Like if you eat healthy, it's actually really expensive. So props to people who are eating organic. I'm not at that stage in my life yet, but I would love to get there someday. But sometimes here and there I'll eat things that are organic, like mushrooms, baby spinach. I like to eat things that are picked from things that are on the soil. I like to eat them like organically, because apparently they're like cleaner and healthier. I still wash my fruits anyways, but you know, sidetracked. The other thing that I really realized about intermittent fasting was clarity. Sometimes I go to work in the morning and I feel tired, and I was thinking, is it because I'm working out too much? Is it because I'm not giving my body enough rest? But I think the thing, it was because I was eating breakfast. Honestly, not eating breakfast, I feel like has changed my life a lot now than it did before. And I never want to be the person who says don't eat breakfast, but it does work for me. Like that's something I've just personally realized. I don't eat breakfast anymore, and I think because the breakfast I was eating was too heavy. So for me, I had hash browns, I would have turkey bacon, I would have eggs, I would have mayo on the side, and then I'd have coffee. Was all that food really necessary? It really isn't. I don't think it is, because I think I just ate so much and my body was just converting it to fat, I swear. But I feel like I was eating too much and I was just so groggy and tired from eating so much. So for me, the fact that I don't eat breakfast, I'm running on coffee. I feel like my coffee also hits differently now because I'm not adding cream or sugar to it. But I generally feel like clear-headed, but I have to eat. Like I have to eat sometime during the day. Sometimes I do the 18-6 fast and sometimes I do the 24 fast because my shift at work changes and I can't always do the 16-8. So I would rather do more than do less, because if I do less, then sometimes it's like I'll fast for like 10 hours and that just that you're not getting the best that you can get from that diet. Like, I guess it is a diet. I hate calling it a diet, but I guess that's what it is. Yeah, I will try to make a video showing that and what I eat to break my fast and all that stuff. So if you guys want to see that, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video. And thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day, honestly, truly. I'm in such a good mood and I have work in like 2 seconds. All right, bye. See ya.